In today's tutorial, I want to show you some worship piano presets you can use for your Montage 8 or for your MODX. Okay, let's go to piano, and then we're going to search for, let me show you my favorites for piano, favorites. Let's try this one, because I want something light for like top music. So we're going to select 700 for Montage. So that's very nice. Okay, so let's try mellow. We're going to try mellow grand piano. Let's search all. Okay, mellow grand piano. Okay, that's too loud for the piano. So you're going to select part control to control each part. Oh, I like that. It has a little bit of reverb. So yep, that's very nice. Okay, let's try a pad. Okay, so for pads, obviously we're not going to go with analog. Obviously, if you're watching my videos, I don't want to see you use analog. It pisses me off every time on YouTube. I'm looking for a very nice sound for the montage, and I see someone say, "Oh, piano, strings, pad, analog, and J-pop." I'm like, bro, like, why are you guys copying the same thing? So let's go to pad. I have some favorite pads. Where is pad? So pads. In fact, look, you can even see I even have analog as favorite. That was back then. In fact, I'm gonna remove it after this. But let's try a pad that we can use. Let's try this one. I was in A flat, so okay. Oh, let's try Dark Atmos. Yeah, that's Dark Atmos. I like it. So let's try that. Ah. Okay, so we have that. So let's try everything now. Okay, so let's try something EP. So let's try 80s layer. So 80s layer. All right, so let's try that. 80s layer. Okay, I like that. All right, so let's go for an organ. We can try. Let's try clean, because I didn't use clean last time. So let's try clean. Clean. All right, but obviously this clean is going to be like very small. I don't want it to be too loud. So like very, very small, very small. So okay, you can hear that. Yeah, I think my light is off, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so the next one we're going to try to do, let's try that trance. So trance, obviously I hope you're straight, you're not gay. Okay, so trance, oh, I don't have it as favorite. That's nice. Okay, MW, so trance MW. All right, let's try that. It's gonna be heavy, so. Okay, okay, that's very nice. That organ is too loud, so. That's too heavy, so let's try higher. Okay, that's too heavy, so I'm gonna adjust everything after. What the odds do? Let's try big comp. No, let's try. I think these are all. Oh yeah, flute. So let's try a flute that you can use for the talk music. Just something different, you know. Last time we tried a sweet flute. Let's try. Let me try this. This mystical. Okay, no, that's so. Ah, let's try this one. Oh wait, that's this one does not vibrate. So let's try the one that vibrates. So good. Okay, so we try it. Okay, that's very nice. Let's go to the key of E. Okay, that's very nice. All right, I think yeah. Let's try a little bit of strings. So let's say something. Obviously, I don't want to see anyone use like some basic stuff. Let's try romantic strings. Let's see how that sounds. Um, obviously, I think I don't really have any issues of polyphony because I always break each part. So let's say each sound I want it from year to year or like from it. Because I usually break them down. I don't really use like everything at the max. So that's like I only experience polyphony like once in a long time. I think I've only experienced it like 3 times in the past 4 years. It's like not much. So let's try that. Okay. I'm going to increase that 80s layer a little bit. Let's go to the key of E. I don't like that. That string's a little bit rough, but we manage it. All right, let's do some tweaking. So for your, since it's talk music, I don't want to touch the release. The release is fine. We're going to do some EQ for the mid. We're going to reduce the mid a little bit so that it doesn't woo, like while you're playing. You want it to be fresh. So we're going to do that. Mid, cut off. And then let's do for dark atmos. I think we'll add some attack for this one. So that we'll do some attack, like +6. And then we're going to reduce the release so that it doesn't sustain after. Let me show you. Let me show you. So the release, we're going to, it's kind of like a swell, but it's not really a swell. Oh, because I put attack, that's why. Oh yeah, that's why. So we have that. Release, let's say I put release, it's going to sustain. But if I take out the release, it's going to go off. So, oh, that's nice. Okay. That's very, very nice. Okay, so let's increase our release. Let's do -1. A little bit -1. And then I'm going to reduce that attack. So let's say plus, yeah, +6 is fine. All right, so we are done for this. Let's go to 80s layer. 80s layer is fine. I think 80s layer is fine. Clean. We're going to obviously do C3. I don't want the bass part of the sound. We'll do a little bit of attack. It's going to give us that cathedral, church, cathedral sound. That's the hymn part. And then MW, I think attack a little bit, 1 or 2, and then we're going to reduce the low, but the low is too much. It's going to reduce the low and reduce the mid a little bit. Probably cut that off from here, something like that. All right, so for the flute, I don't want the low end of the flute, so I'm going to start from, yeah, C3 should be okay. And also the strings, what do I want from the strings? I think I want the strings to follow me, so I won't put any attack. I'll reduce the release. So I'll reduce the release of the strings. Yeah, that should be all. So let's try the patch. So let's start with our pianos. Oh, by the way, I usually double up my pianos sometimes. Like most of the time, I double it. I learned it when I went to one church, and then I saw the guy. Well, I asked the guy why his pianos sound very nice. He was like, "Oh yeah, I double my stuff, double the piano." So you can always try that. So let's go to the key of A. Let's add a little bit of reverb. I forgot. So we're going to add reverb to that piano, those piano sounds. So we're going to do. See, it's much better. Let's do too much. That's too much. So let's do. Hmm. That's so nice. I would use that reverb a little bit. So let's go to that mellow. So we're going to increase that reverb. So, oh, that's too much though. Wait. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. All right. So let's add the pad. Ah, that pad is too loud, but do there. Okay. Let's add 80s layer. I think this 80s layer might counter what I did in the piano, all the reverb and everything. So I'm going to reduce that EP a little bit. Okay, clean a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, trance. So that trance. Okay, a little bit, and then the flutes. I want vibrations. Oh, I think I must be high. And let's add that. Let's add that string. Okay, that is a very nice patch for your talk music. So if you want, you can save it. Oh yeah, something I like to do overall of everything. I just reduce the mid. I don't want. You see, this is something that you will not see on YouTube. Reduce the mid, and then let's go to a little bit of release. Just one release, just one for everything. Doesn't really matter, but the organ is too loud, string is too loud. Yep. That's so dream. See? Just a little bit, just play this up a little bit. It's only going to play strings. Just a little tap a little bit. So if you want, you can save it. So we're going to press store.